Birdalert and RL. Here we go. I'm Birdalert. Welcome to Birdalert and RL. I'm gonna answer a question playing Rocket League, tell you a little bit about myself. If you haven't caught the latest episode or the first episode, that's probably what you should do now. Go ahead and click the link right here. Boop. I'm gonna have that pop up and check it out. That one I talked about my childhood trends. Today I'm taking a question that was posed to me by a buddy of the channel, Scouse Mouse, who's an awesome creator. Link is down in the description. And he asked, what are your biggest fears? So I'm gonna jump into a match and talk about the things that scare me, which, you know, I was thinking about it, and there's actually not too many things that I'm scared of. I'd say maybe 2 legit things that I'm really scared of, and 1 thing that I'm like I'm not scared of, it's just I don't like it. So we'll go with that for now. Oh, and there's already a match going, just like last time. Wonderful news. All right, 0-0, here we go. Oh, good pass, buddy. Can I get it? No. Okay, fear number 1, because I'm gonna go with 3 fears again, just kind of like I did last time, 3. And the very first fear that I have is a legit fear of horror movies and the horror genre. I absolutely cannot stand it. Oh! Super psych. I cannot stand horror movies and horror games. Horror books aren't as bad because it's not visual. But for me, it's like, it makes me feel so uncomfortable when I watch something that's scary. Oh, what a save, buddy. And I don't like that feeling at all. There's nothing I hate more than feeling scared about something. And I think when I think about the first time that I saw a horror movie, it was when I was a bit younger, and it probably stems from that, because I don't remember ever seeing a horror movie before this specific time. But I was at a friend's house, and we were all just hanging out, and there's a whole bunch of movies on their shelf. They just wanted to watch a movie, so they picked out a DVD, and they had to pick out The Exorcist. Like, who does that at a party? I don't even think it was Halloween. They were like, oh yeah, we should totally watch this. And I think it was the remake version of it. And they were like, oh yeah, it's new, it's so scary. I was like, I've never seen a horror movie, why not? And so we were like, okay, let's put it on. Yeah, it was the worst experience I have ever had. I can still remember going home and just thinking, well, I don't even know what I watched, because I was like not conscious for half of it. I was hiding underneath blankets, and it scared me forever. Like I still think about it now, and I'm like, ugh, I just don't like the feeling. So yeah, it definitely came from that experience. And there's been other times where I've been around a horror movie that's playing, and man, it just makes me feel so uncomfortable. Just don't like it. Like, I remember in school, while we were doing some homework, because the school that I went to was for visual effects, and they had a big projector screen in the classroom, because we had the teachers use it all the time. Oh, close. And so while we were doing homework and while we were doing projects, we would kind of throw movies on, or just throw YouTube videos on, whatever we wanted. And someone was like, oh, Paranormal Activity just came out. So, oh yes. It had just come out, and they were like, oh, you gotta see it, it's amazing. So they threw it up on the screen. I'm trying to do my work, and every once in a while everyone's like, oh my god, this is so scary. So I'd like turn and look. I was like, nope, can't do it. And I had to leave the room because it was just so bad. So horror movies definitely are a huge fear of mine. And it sounds a bit silly saying that a horror movie is a fear, because everyone gets scared in horror movies, or most people do. Not everyone, I guess. But mine's like a legit fear. I will have nothing to do with them at all, ever. Oh, nice one. No problem, buddy. Okay, so on to fear number 2. Again, this is a legit fear. This one, I don't have any experience with it, so I don't know why it's become such a big fear of mine. But I am absolutely terrified of sharks. Snakes, no big deal. Crocodiles, alligators, no big deal. Dragons, nope, no big deal. But sharks, oh man, I got owned. I was trying to talk. Yeah, sharks, I can't, like, I think about them and it hurts me inside a little bit. I'm so scared. But the weird thing is I love surfing and I love being in the ocean, and that love of the ocean usually trumps my fear. So I guess it's not so much of a fear that it stops me from doing stuff, which is good, because hopefully there's none of those in our lives. Oh man, that was so close. But that one is definitely from dreams that I've had. I've had a recurring dream of being on a dock at this gorgeous looking lake. Oh, close one. What a save. And the water's looking so clear. It's a nice hot summer day. All I want to do is get in that water and go for a swim. But I know there's a shark in there, and I know it's going to come up and bite me if I get in the waters, but I convinced myself to get in the water anyways, and sure enough, a shark comes up and starts biting my legs. And I've had that dream since I was a little kid. So again, that one stems from childhood and having some traumatic experience and waking up in like a cold sweat, shivering and not being able to get out of bed. And still, like, when I swim in the ocean, sometimes I kind of tuck my legs up underneath me because I'm just worried that something's underneath me. It's just weird that there's these huge creatures that can kill you so easily just lurking underneath the water. But generally, I enjoy being in the ocean. It hasn't caused me to, like, oh, nice pass, buddy. Nice pass. It hasn't stopped me from doing anything because I love to surf and I like being in the ocean, so that's good. Last but not least is something that my family kind of makes fun of me of, and that's how you know that it's like kind of a silly one, because if it was like a legit fear and my family was like making fun of me, that's kind of mean. Wow, that was a brutal save. I'll get to it in just a second. Anyways, this fear is the fear of garbage juice. If you don't know what garbage juice is, then you are very lucky, because it's the worst thing ever in the whole world when you're taking out a bag of trash or rubbish, as my Australian and UK friends might say, and you pick it up and a whole bunch of juice starts leaking out. Like, oh, that's just like the grossest thing I can ever imagine. And I have it's giving me chills right now talking about it. It's so gross. And I have a legit fear about it. And my family makes fun of me and they talk about garbage juice all the time. And I cannot deal, like, taking out the trash and the garbage. I like pick it up and make sure I'm like, okay, there's no garbage juice leaking anywhere. Then I'll take it out. If there's garbage juice, no way. Like children's vomit, no problem. Garbage juice, I ain't touching that. You can't make me take out trash with garbage juice. So don't even try. Birdalert and RL, catch you guys next time. Peace.